Let's go over like the battle pass stuff and like all the new character and everything. I think that'll be chill. The place I always go for this kind of stuff is HitScan because I think they upload this stuff pretty quickly. Their quality is decent, so that's where I normally end up looking.
In today's video, be sure to enter our Act 2 giveaway for 10,000 Valorant points. You find all the details in the top comment and description below.
Enter their giveaway, guys. If you want to be part of their giveaway, go to HitScan. Ooh, I don't love this one. It has a frog on it. I guess it's kind of cool. It's on an Ares. Maybe it looks cooler on like a Vandal or something. So maybe they put it on a Vandal. Maybe that'll be pretty dope. Okay, so it's on the Marshal too. All right, I'm never gonna use these two skins probably. Oh, it's on the Sheriff. That's kind of cool. Okay, I like the Sheriff. I like the Sheriff look. I'll definitely use it on a Sheriff. It's on the Spectre. I'll probably use the Spectre skin. Spectre looks all right. I don't really care about the pictures all that much. I'm gonna be honest. The pictures have like the player cards never really interested me all that much. Wait, that's a cool player card though. Actually, that one's pretty dope. There are a couple of really good ones. I really like my Flying Pigs one that I use though. Where's my Flying Pigs? I'm pretty solid with this. I don't think I'm ever gonna change this one. I think this is just me. Like if there's never been a more me player card. There's the frog one. Maybe I'll use the frog one. Maybe this one competes with the pig actually. Oh, this one? Maybe. You think they have like another drone or something? Oh wait, what if they can call in a carrier? Or like what was it in a Call of Duty when you would call in like the helicopter, the attack helicopter, it would fly around shooting people? Maybe Riot needs to add that into Valorant. Maybe that's what they need in the game right now. Get an attack helicopter in the game. This is Bind. This is Icebox. Looks like kind of cool. It's Cypher, your boy, your homie, staring at each other. That's a decent player card. I kind of like that one. He's kind of cute. Everyone loves a corgi. You have the ramen bowl. What is it with people on ramen recently? Everyone's just like really hyped up on ramen. Is this like a new trend or like people are just like, have people always been obsessed with ramen? I don't know. It's just like as I got older, people were like really into ramen. It is good. Ramen's good. I like ramen, but like I don't know. It feels like like just suddenly everyone's obsessed with ramen. It's the Spike Rush classic. That's actually funny. It's like an energy drink called Spike Rush. Oh, so this is a Twitch gun buddy? Okay. Interesting. I kind of like this skin a lot, actually. It feels like a more like not modern, but like a minimal sort of gun skin, and I kind of like it. It makes me feel like a cowboy, you know. I wish they had a Sheriff one, but I don't think they will because they have the Sheriff for the frog. The Ghost looks pretty cool. This one looks pretty cool. This is a decent set. It's like a leather. The Operator. This looks clean. This one looks really clean, actually. Is it a Vandal? Please be a Vandal. The Stinger. You're gonna do me like that? You put a Ghost, a Bucky, a Stinger, and an Operator in? No Vandal? Oh, we got a Vandal! We got a Vandal! Yeah, let's go! I'm hyped about that. I was thinking the Vandal would be perfect for this set. I was like, why is there no Vandal? And then, okay. Slash forfeit. This is gonna be really good for those Andes that are chat banned. And they do the slash forfeit at 03. You lose the first 3 rounds. Then they throw out the forfeit. This would be really good for those guys. The bear, what of it? That's funny. Brimstone, he's lounging out. He got cute. Wait, that's cute. That's cute. I like that. This one reminds me of my emote. If you guys have the emote posted in the chat, the Phoenix emote. Oh, wait, I like this one. This is the emote that I use in League. I have an emote in League where if I press T, it's a picture of Silas and he has like his thumb down, and I spam the shit out of this when I play against people. I might actually use this spray. Oh, this is a decent set. This reminds me of the Prism set. Is this like Prism 3 or? Those have all 3 of these all 4 of these variants look really good actually. This is really good. I like these. I think that these are good skins to have in the game because like if you just want to recolor your gun, this is like the way to do it. Like it's just it's a clean skin set. You can just buy a color. I like it. It's clean. It's simple. Oh, and the knife or the axes too. Oh, those look so good. I will get like the pink or the orange one. I think the green one's actually really cool too. They're all good. They're all good actually. I don't want to spend $400 on rating net points to upgrade these. Okay, those are pretty cool. Those are pretty cool. And then they had a video for the new agent.
Can't show any new gameplay, you're gonna have to wait until tomorrow for the proper embargo for that, but we can go into a bit more detail on this agent and what to expect. So this is Astra, her nationality is from Ghana, her power source is radiant, and she is a controller. The Ghanaian agent Astra harnesses the energies of the cosmos to reshape battlefields to her whim, with full command of her astral form.
Her abilities are still kind of confusing to me, so I'm actually excited for the extra gameplay tomorrow. I'm sure there's some 5-head in chat who's like, oh, I have already studied 4 billion hours with this agent. The leaks just came out. I know everything about her. I know all the plays.
Passive, at least, which is astral form. You press X to activate this button, and you enter this astral form as you've seen, where you can play stars with primary fire.
As her passive, you press X to activate it. That's weird.
Could be
Interesting.
reactivated later, transforming them into various things.
Is that what he just said?
Move. Let's go over the abilities and show the right gameplay in the right places. The main thing though is that she has kind of a passive at least, which is astral form. You press X to activate this button and you enter this astral form as you've seen, where you can play stars with primary fire. Stars can be reactivated later, transforming them into various things, which we'll touch on in a second.
Oh, okay. So it sounds like, okay, I didn't understand this at first, but it sounds like you have like a resource, which will be your stars, and you can decide what you want to do with those stars throughout the game. So if you wanted to make a smoke, you can do that. If you wanted to make a stun field, you can do that. Okay.
For more information on how these cost and how they interact with other abilities, again, check the video tomorrow for sure. But basically, you go into this astral form and you place down stars, and these stars could turn into one of three things. The first is a gravity well, where you activate a star to perform a gravity well. Players in this area are pulled towards the center before it explodes, making all players still trapped inside fragile, providing this invulnerable effect as you would get from a Killjoy alarm bot, for example. That's ability 1. Ability 2 is a Nova Pulse, where when you activate, it detonates a Nova Pulse and it charges briefly, then strikes, concussing all players in its area. We talked about.
So the first one, I already know these. I'm a genius, guys. The first one is a stun field. No, the first one is a vulnerable field, so like a Killjoy. So if people are gonna hard push you and you hit them with that, it's gonna be really good because they'll be like vulnerable and then you can take them out really easily. The second one is gonna be a stun field. So like if you hit him with this, like this breach right now, he'll be concussed as he's going for the bomb. This will be really good for stuff like this, where you like place it on top of a bomb, or you place it in a spot where like you feel like enemies are really trapped, and then you can explode it.
Video you can see it on where you activate a star to transform it into a nebulous smoke. But there is an interesting,
which makes sense because she's a controller, so she needs to have smokes, right? Like she's gonna compete with Omen and Brimstone and Viper. She needs to have smokes.
Passive to this that's worth mentioning as well, and that's dissipate. If you press F on a star to dissipate it, it will bloom as a smoke, and then it will disappear, and the resource will be returned to you after a bit of a delay. So basically forms a fixed smoke, and then the smoke immediately disappears. Great for baiting people in nebulous smoke. But there is an interesting passive to this that's worth mentioning as well, and that's dissipate. If you press F on a star to dissipate it, it will bloom as a smoke, and then it will disappear, and the resource will be returned to you after a bit of a delay. So
it is interesting. So you can drop the smoke. I'm assuming you can just leave it up though too, and it'll just like exist as like a normal smoke, you know? Because otherwise that'd be kind of weird. Like you could like because otherwise the fake wouldn't work, right? So you could throw it up, you could leave it as, probably not as long as you want, probably around 15 seconds like every other agent. But
the final ability, the ultimate, is actually called Cosmic Divide. When Cosmic Divide is charged, you use your secondary fight in the astral form to begin aiming it, and then you select 2 locations, basically line down the wall, and the Cosmic Divide connects to 2 points you select, and it will block bullets and heavily dampen audio. Again, can't really go into much more detail other than that, but while this gameplay's playing on in the background, I do want to read some of the quotes from the devs on what this agent is meant to do, and we can talk about that a little bit, because...
So it's a Viper wall that you can't shoot through and you can't hear through it, is basically my understanding. It's also not, you can't see over it. I'm trying to think of cool areas on the map in which this would be like really good. You know, it'll be interesting the way that it affects audio. I think will be kind of.
I really like the idea of this agent, and it would be really cool to see more competition to Omen and Brimstone. More specifically, Omen, because of how popular he is in the pro scene.
I think the nice thing about this compared to like a character like Viper too is that I don't need to be at the starting position. I don't think to drop it. It sounds, because what they said is you pick 2 points and then you connect them. So theoretically, I feel like you could pick like just down the middle of the map and just do that. Like it doesn't need to be like directly from my spawn. It feels like I could just do it anywhere.
To have an Astra maybe compete against that would be super cool. Rex, who was a designer, was asked what were your goals when designing Astra, and they said we wanted to make a controller that was thinking about the whole map. Her global presence was right there from the beginning. From there it was fine-tuning and finding the right abilities to balance predicting enemies' actions and reacted to changing game circumstances. We love that Astra has a different perspective on the map, and you have an actual top-down view with the astral form to start naturally thinking about the different ways around could go and how to account for them. Again, all of the utility that Astra uses is deployable, so you can...
If you're wondering if she can see people from her astral form, I'm going to make a hard assumption of no. I think it's just for like planning and like looks, just so you can like place things down easier. I highly doubt that you're gonna be able to see people while you're up there.
Set it up and have strategies on where you'd like to place your util. Just think Killjoy, but on crack, I suppose, with how much you can do. You can't always be in the driver's seat dictating the flow of the round, but you have the abilities to react and change what your plan is based on the fact that stars could be one of 3 different abilities, right? We wanted a skill expression to be about gathering information and turning that into a plan, where the execution phase is less about precisely targeting a grenade throw and more about seeing if you can read the enemy and if they come together as you would hope. So this again feels very much like an IGL controller role that people could be having. You set up the executes to play and you just have a good read on how the map works. That's the general consensus of what these guys wanted. But I think this was also coming from John Krasinski as well, talking about various areas here. But I'll leave it.
This is my agent. She's pretty cool. I do like the whole, so they keep referring to the fact that she's like an IGL agent. I like the whole top-down perspective where it's like you can see the map and you can be like, okay, well, we're going to have a smoke here. We're going to have a smoke here. This is how we're going to execute. Maybe there'll be like a stun here or something. I don't know how many of those stars she can place down throughout the round. It'd probably be like 3 or 4 like total. Maybe not though. Maybe she needs more because like, so like a normal character has like 5 abilities throughout the round, you know? Like if I'm playing Breach or whatever, I have my concussion, which refreshes. I have like my 3 flashes, and then I have like my aftershock. It feels like she would need a fair amount of stars. She has 4 stars. Okay, that sounds like enough. It feels like you maybe want more than 4. It feels like you want 5, but we'll see how she plays out. She might be weak on the release. I don't think that she's going to be crazy strong on release because it feels like she takes a lot of preparation than other agents. I think a lot of people are expecting more out of her than they're probably going to get. I might be entirely wrong. I could be entirely wrong about this, just because like maybe she gets released and maybe she's broken. Maybe everyone's like fragging out like with this agent, like she's just like super strong. I don't think she's definitely not a fragger, but Maybe her util is just overwhelming, but from what I'm seeing right now, it feels like she's going to be a little underwhelming on release, and she's probably going to receive a buff. I think she'll be played more than you think, though. I don't think when I say underwhelming, I don't think that she's going to be like 0 play time. I think that she's different from Yoru in the regard that like the smoke characters in the game already feel a little stale sometimes. And I think that she's going to bring a lot of variety to the game where like, hey, I can play, what's her name? Astra. I can play Astra and she's going to be like fresh and new and fun. In a similar way that Yoru kind of was like for the first few days. But like over time, Yoru was like, okay, well, Yoru's just like not as good. You know, I think Astra has the potential to be really good, but I think that she might need a little bit of a buff. But do you think you can do the Viper wall thing on B site, icebox, and plant, and they can't hear you plant such diffuse? Maybe. I wonder if it blocks plant noises. That would actually be kind of cool. Like if you just couldn't hear them planting. So if you like separated maybe like the middle of B on Haven, and then like you could plant either A or C, and like maybe they wouldn't know. It'd be cool for clutch situations. Another thing you could do potentially is if you cut it off. If you cut off from a position where they can hear you run or not, I wonder how long it lasts. Because like, say for example, let me find a map. I gotta find a map. Find a map, find a map, find a map. Yeah, like if you walled it like right here, and then you were like, you're in mid, and you just double back, and they can't even do anything about it. Because like they can't hear anything, right? From what they hear is like, oh, it's a garage hit. They could be going C. Oh, suddenly they're on A. Like what the fuck? How do they do that? You know? Oh, they did that because you can't hear anything. It'd be kind of difficult to pull off, but it's an idea, you know? Stuff like that is going to be like really interesting to see. That would be like such a good defensive ultimate too then. Yeah, because you not only do you have to think about it on offense, you have to also think about it on defense, right? On defense, does it block projectiles? Because if it does, I could like quite literally just throw it down somewhere and they wouldn't be able to pop flash out of it. They'd have to walk through it. And that would be kind of crazy. Because it blocks bullets too, so I couldn't even shoot through it. Like if they wanted to try to like pre-fire me through a smoke, they can't. It's not possible. Anyway, though, yeah, that's Astra. I don't think there's anything else in the patch that I need to know about. Is that we did the battle pass, we looked at the agent. I think that's pretty much everything that's coming with this patch. Other than that, though, I don't have early access to it, so I'm not going to be playing it tomorrow or whatever. If people are playing it live, I don't know if they're like going through gameplay like they have in the past. But if you guys are watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the channel down below, check it out, Twitch, and yeah.